All right, guys, I'm watching the game wrap up to my right over here. There's like 2 minutes left. Oakland's going to run out the clock. So, assuming this score holds, Seahawks lose 30-19 in the final preseason game. Um, Obviously, I watched the whole game and I have some thoughts on some of the stuff that happened. Again, it's hard for me to even really care about this game right now with what the Huskies are going to be dealing with on Saturday and what this football team is going to be dealing with starting next week, especially with some of the news of the last 2-3 days. It's pretty low priority for me, a game like this. But this game, the main thing that I saw out there today that I liked was I felt we controlled the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball very well. Our defensive line was winning their battles against the run. Oakland, most of this game, could not run the ball against us at all. Chris Warren, very little traction for him. Um, James Butler, very little going on for him as well. For a lot of this game, Oakland was averaging like a yard and a half per carry. Near the end of the game here, it's gotten a little bit better for him, but we won that battle against the run. We stuffed the run well. And offensively, we ran the ball okay. And we did it with, Chris Carson only playing one series. Mike Davis got most of the touches. Some guy I've never even heard of named Gerald Holmes got a bunch of carries. So I like that we were able to run the ball fairly well. Mike Davis had a pretty productive game. Still no Rashad Penny, which, I support. I have no problem with that. Penny not playing. There's no point to it, in my opinion. So that was the main thing that I took away from this game in the positive category because, look, I mean, Wilson did not play at all. Carson played the one series. The only main receiver I saw out there was Jaron Brown. The starting offensive line played a little bit, most of it anyway, played for maybe the first quarter and a little more. Another tackle in the backfield by our defensive line. I love it. Number 93. Um, but anyway, just basically the fact that we were able to win those battles, I feel like means something for this regular season. So, other than that, the main other thing that I liked was, of course, Shaquem Griffin played a really good game, and that's become very, very important for this Seahawks team now because Shaquem Griffin is going to have a lot on him starting next week for at least 2 games, I think, but more likely 4. So those were a couple of good things that I feel really positive about going into the season. Footnotes in the positive category would be our backup quarterbacks looked good. Austin Davis played a solid game out there. He completed one long touchdown pass to Stringfellow. He had some other really good passes. Some stuff got dropped. All right. We might get the ball back with like 40 seconds left. Pete takes these preseason games pretty seriously for some reason. I don't really get it, but yeah. Anyway, um, honestly, if Austin Davis had played that well in the first 3 games of the preseason, I don't think we would have traded for Brent Hundley. So it kind of sucks for him, but obviously he's probably auditioning for another team at this point, and he auditioned well tonight. I thought he played a really solid game. He only took 1 sack. He didn't turn the ball over. He, like I said, hit the big play. He had a couple other good plays, and Alex Magoo played a good game too. I mean, he was not getting help from these receivers. He must have had 4 or 5 drop passes out there, and even with those drops, he still put up pretty decent numbers. He hit the backup tight end, not Swoops. Hold on 1 second here. Oh, Kyle Carter. Thank you, Kyle Carter. I had to look that up real quick for a nice little touchdown on I think, cover 0 blitz. He had a beautiful pass to Malik Turner that Turner couldn't get his feet in, or else it would have been a touchdown. So both those guys played hard, but neither of them are going to be our backup because neither of them could do enough in the first 3 games. So it kind of sucks, but credit to them for playing well. It just doesn't mean anything for this team. Other than that, obviously Michael Dixon had another couple nice punts, which is really cool. CJ Prosise didn't get hurt, and he played a little bit. I think he had like one catch and he had or two catches and he had one carry, so he didn't get hurt, which is good. That's the positive stuff. Negatives, penalties are the most important thing for me right now. We got to get on top of this penalty situation because, like I've said, man, the Seahawks could overcome double-digit penalties and win games in previous years. We're not going to be able to do that this year. If we do that this year, we're going to get blown out in a lot of these games, and we're not going to have a chance against a lot of these teams. Granted, a lot of the penalties we had last night were, plays where guys who aren't going to be playing for us were committing them. So I'm not worried about it. All right, let's watch the last play here. Okay, just to give up the middle. Oh, shit. Go, go. All right, game over. Yeah, a lot of penalties. And a lot of it was against guys like Isaiah Battle, who had like 2 or 3 straight penalties at one point. And, he's not going to play very much this year. He's hopefully not going to play at all. But you still don't like seeing it. You don't like seeing the discipline issues. We had a personal foul penalty on the, lowering your helmet thing now, which is going to be tough to deal with. We had false starts. We had delay of games. We just messed around a little bit and did some stupid stuff out there. So that was the one thing in this game that made me think, are we going to fix our problems this season when the games actually start to matter? So there was that. There were the drops by a bunch of receivers who honestly should not play that much this year, so I'm not sweating it. I mean, if Doug Baldwin gets the pass that Malik Turner got in the end zone, that's a touchdown 99% of the time, but Turner shouldn't be playing for us, so I'm not even that worried about that. Our secondary got picked apart tonight. Keon Hatcher had a monster game. Seed Blacknall had a good game. The Raiders basically passed on us whatever the hell they wanted to do. EJ Manuel killed us, but I mean, when you have a bunch of reserve secondary guys back there, it's not surprising. I'm not worried. The one thing in this game is the pass rush, and while I think we did win the battle at the line of scrimmage, and we were able to get some people around the Oakland quarterbacks, be it EJ Manuel or their backup, we did not finish very many plays. We had the opportunity to get some sacks, and we, just barely missed it. You would miss the tackle. We would get there, a quarter second late, whatever. And if we cannot get a pass rush this year, and look, Frank Clark didn't play tonight. We probably didn't send that many exotic blitzes at the Oakland quarterback tonight, whoever it may have been. So I'm not saying this is going to be a problem because of what I saw tonight, but I would have liked to have seen guys like Jacob Martin and Rasheem Green get a little more pass rush tonight, because those guys are going to play this year, and they're going to need to produce if we want to have a decent season. Let's see, no turnovers. I don't think we forced a single turnover the whole preseason. That's going to be a big problem if that carries over. I really hope it doesn't. Maybe we forced a couple, but I don't think we have had any interceptions, and we might have recovered a fumble or two. But if this defense can't get turnovers, then it's going to be a tough season, I think, because I don't think they're going to be able to regularly stop these offenses. So I really don't like that. Oh yeah, Janikowski missed 2 extra points tonight, so that's a great thing for me to be worried about going into the season, right? I mean, we've dealt with bad kickers 2 years in a row now, costing us games, and now here we are again. So I feel great about that. That's something that really could matter when the season starts, because he's our kicker. So yeah, that's like 10 minutes on the preseason game, 4th preseason game, probably more than it deserves, but that was the stuff that felt like it mattered. Like, our backup quarterbacks playing well in this game, that doesn't matter at all. Neither of them are going to be on the active roster. Isaiah Battle sucking out there. I'm not really worried about that because he doesn't start. Just a few things that I liked, few things that I didn't like. Okay game. It was definitely sloppy out there. A lot of penalties. I saw some positives, though, and I'm ready for this season to start, even though I'm going to be plugging in the season and I'm going to be kind of going like this, because I'm scared the whole thing could blow up. we could easily be a, lackluster team, have a lackluster season. So I just wanted to get here. I want to see what we can do, even if it's nothing special. All right, I'm out. I'm gonna make a Husky video tomorrow because we got a big game on Saturday against Auburn. And I'll see you guys at some point between now and the first game because I got a couple videos I want to make before we get to that first game.